my channel. I am a personal trainer and a health coach. And on this channel, I post workout videos, healthy recipes, and just whatever else I feel like posting. So if that's something that you're into, go ahead and subscribe. So let's get started. We're going to start with the head. Now, a lot of times your neck gets really tight. So to stretch out your neck, what you're going to do is you're going to put one hand down, and then you're going to take the other hand and you're going to pull your neck down to the side, just like this. Okay? Now for an even deeper stretch, what you want to do is you want to look to the side and down and pull it down even more. So we're going to hold this for about 15 seconds. Alright, we're going to do the other side. My neck is really tight, so make sure you are pulling down very gently, just enough to feel a stretch, and then hold it. If you're holding stretches, make sure you're holding for a minimum of 15 to 30 seconds. Make sure when you're doing this as well that you're not hiking up your shoulders. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You almost want your shoulder to feel like it's kind of trying to pull you down. Because if you're like this, you're contracting the muscle and it's not going to stretch. Go in circles, nice and slow. Nice and slow. Other way. Woo! Alright, now what I like to do is you're going to take your hands and you're going to reach up, okay? And you should feel a stretch or bones cracking like me. And then you want to just pretend someone is trying to pull you up from the top. So you're going to have your hands like this. Someone is trying to pull you up. Just hold it. Then you also want to go to the side and hold. Now the stretches that we're doing, these are static stretches. Static stretching is when you're holding the stretch for 15 to 30 seconds. These stretches are what you should do after your workout. For the most part, you shouldn't be doing static stretches before you're going to do a very strenuous workout. You don't want your muscles really, really loose before you work out. So like if you're someone who does yoga, I definitely wouldn't do yoga before you work out. You want to do it maybe after you work out. All right, hold it. You're going to put your hands here and just pull it back. Now sometimes your shoulder mobility can be really stiff. If that's the case, you might not be able to do this all the way, but do it as best as you can. Okay, also another stretch I like to do is you're going to pull your hands behind you like this, and you're just going to pull yourself down, head go back, and you're just going to hold it. Then you're going to kind of lean forward a little bit, right? You're going to hinge forward. And then you're going to lift your arms. You're going to just let your arms fall. Now, some people might not be able to do it all the way because your shoulders are tight. But just do it the best you can. So here, you're going to let your hands just fall. Stretch out your shoulders a little bit more. Ooh. And up. All right. So we're going to start with our standing stretches, and then we're going to go down to our legs. So first, let's finish off the arms. What you're going to do, you're going to take your shoulder and you're going to pull it across your body like this and hold. And then switch. Also, ladies, sometimes when we're working our arms, this area here gets really tight. So to stretch this is your triceps. You're gonna put your hand over your head like this. You're gonna take one hand and you're gonna pull your elbow down. So I'm gonna turn to the back so you guys can see. So you wanna have your hand here and you're gonna pull it down like that. Stretch out those triceps. Other arm. Ooh, all right. Now we're gonna go down to the floor. We're gonna continue with the upper body. So here, you wanna kind of get into a child's pose, okay? Sit back on your hips, let your arms kind of fall forward, and you kind of want to almost press into it. So what we're doing is we're stretching out this part of the arm right here that gets really tight. So you're here, and you're just gonna kind of let your body just sink into it just like this. And it should be, for most people, this area is really, really tight. So you're just gonna hold it. Okay, now I want you to get into this seated position here. Feet are together. Try to bring them in. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna try to put our nose in the middle of our feet. Now, if you're really tight, you won't be able to go, I can't even go all the way down, but you're gonna try to, like, the goal is to try to put your nose into your knee. So I hold my feet together like this, and then I just try to go as low as I can, stretching out, opening up the hips. Right. Also, what I like to do is I like to take my elbows sometimes and put them down and push my knees down a little bit. And you can kind of like move around here and just open them up. Okay, next stretch. So from here, we're gonna take our legs, you're gonna put one leg behind you like this, the other leg is gonna be forward like so, okay? You're here, leg is here, you're gonna pull that leg in. What we're gonna do is we're trying to put our nose to our knee again, okay? So we're gonna hold it. This is stretching your hamstrings. All right, so from here, what I like to do is the transition to a quad stretch. So you're gonna stay here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of lean back. So let me twist my body so you can see. But you're here, you're still here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna lean back. And what it's doing is it's actually stretching this muscle right here. And if you can actually go all the way down if you're that flexible. If you're not, you don't have to. Okay, now we're gonna do the other side. So same thing. You're going Put that leg behind you. Nose to knee. All right, same thing. We're gonna lean back, stretch out that quad. Oh, this one is tighter than the other one. Okay, so while we're here, we're gonna bring both feet in front of you like so. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reach for our toes. Now from here, we're gonna lie on our back, okay? So you're gonna get on your back. So now we're going to go and stretch the glutes, okay? After a really good leg day, I promise you your glutes are really, really tight. You probably are really tight right now. So the way that you stretch your glutes is, first of all, you're gonna put one foot over your knee like this, okay? And then you want to bring that foot into you. So how I do it is I kind of grab it like this. Some people do like this, but I don't like doing that. I grab it from, so I kind of curl up like this, pull it close to my body, and then I lie flat. And that helps me get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Now we're gonna hold it. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other leg, same thing, cross the leg, put it over the knee. You're gonna bring it into your body, tight as you can, and then you're gonna lie back. Another thing that I like to do is, I call this the dancer stretch because I used to do this when I danced. I used to be more flexible, but anyway. So I put one leg flat and I take my opposite arm around my foot and I kind of try to bring almost like a split, and I just hold it here for about 10 seconds. Well, probably more than 10 seconds. And I'm trying to stretch out this right here. Keep that knee straight. And then I also like to take it to the side and pull it here as well. Okay, the other leg. I wish I was a little bit more flexible. I'm not as flexible as I would like, or I used to be able to do splits and stuff. I cannot do a split to save my life anymore, but I still try to keep some level of flexibility. I try to stretch at least 2 to 3 times a week. I'll do this whole thing about 2 to 3 times. All right, take it to the side. Woo, okay. All right, from here, what we're gonna do is now we're gonna transfer over to the hips, okay? So, first exercise, you're gonna start on your knees, okay? You're gonna take one leg and you're gonna put it out like here, like you're taking a knee, right? But what you wanna do is you kinda wanna put it out. I mean, you kinda wanna put it a little closer to your knee. You don't wanna have it out too far. You kinda wanna have it like almost right in front of your other knee, okay? Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna lean forward. And you can put both hands on the ground for this. So you're gonna lean forward, and what you're doing is you're opening up this right here, okay? And now make sure when you do this that your knee, that your foot is not coming off of the ground. So take both hands, lean all the way into it, and you're gonna really feel a stretch right here in your hip flexors. So just hold it. You can move around a little bit if you need to. If you can't go all the way down, that's fine. Just hold it wherever you're at. You can also use your elbow and you're gonna push this leg out and you're gonna open up the inner thigh. All right, from here, after I'm done here, what I like to do is I lean back and I do another hamstring stretch. All right, other leg, same thing, both hands down, open up the hips. Take this elbow, push that leg out, and hold. Okay, take it back. So we're gonna continue on with the hips. So this is another hip exercise. So what you're gonna do, this is better to do it like kind of like on a slippery floor almost. But you're gonna get into a child's pose. You're gonna try to open up your hips as far as you can into the child's pose. And then you're gonna just kind of sit back on the hips. So you want your toes kind of touching. Open up the hips as far as you can, and then you're gonna sit back onto your hips, and this is gonna stretch out your hips a little bit. Ooh. Ooh. Try to like open up the hips as far as you can get them, the inner thighs. And then from here, what you do is you can kind of bring your knees out, and then you're gonna like lean in roll your head back. This also is stretching out the hips. So open your knees kind of wide. See how wide my knees are? And you're gonna feel it in your hips, I promise you. But you're gonna hold it. And from here, you can kind of move around and it's whatever feels comfortable for you. If you have tight hips, this is really gonna hurt. But the only way to get rid of tight hips is to stretch. Ooh, that hurt. That one really, really hurt. Oh, another stretch that I do while I'm down here is this is how you get a really deep quad stretch. So same position, but what I do is I reach behind me, pick up my foot, and then whoop, I kind of lean forward. But this is really gonna get you a really deep quad stretch. Alright, other leg. The next stretch I'm going to do to open up my hips is I do this kind of like a squat, but you kind of get really, really low into the squat and you sit in the squat. So you're going to put your knees a little bit wider than your shoulders, and then you're just going to go straight down into a squat. You're just going to sit here. Now, if you can't go this far, that's fine. If you're up here, that's totally fine, but just go as low as you can go. And then I put my elbows here and I try to open up my hips with my elbows, and I just kind of sit here. Learning how to do this is really good for your squats. If you want to get really low into your squats, doing this stretch helps. But from here, you can also kind of alternate and press out your hips. Sometimes I just sit here and go like this. Also, you can kind of go forward and kind of let your knees open them up a little bit more. Also, to finish it out, we're just gonna do a regular hamstring stretch. You're just gonna go down, you're gonna hold it, touch your toes. Also, we're going to do a hamstring stretch, just one more. Then we're going to go to the other side. Another good stretch to kind of stretch out your forearms, because a lot of times we don't really stretch those out. And if you're new to lifting weights, sometimes your forearms get really, really tight. So a really good way to stretch them is you're gonna kind of get on your knees. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn your hands this way and lightly lean forward. So you can't really see my hands, so I'm gonna turn this way so you can see. You're here. Hands facing this way, you're gonna kind of lean into it and open up your forearms, stretch them out. And then you can do the other way too, but this one don't go down too hard because you can break your wrist, but just kind of sit here and press down. And this is good if you have tight forearms after like lifting weights. My forearms get really tight sometimes. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that full body stretch. Now, you really should be stretching about 2 to 3 times a week. So make sure you incorporate this routine into your daily habits. It's really good to get more flexible, because the more flexible, the more flexibility you have, the easier some of these movements are going to be when it comes to exercise. Also for long-term health, it's just really good to be flexible. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.